Hi, everybody. You're listening to the Wife Wednesday podcast. It's Wednesday, and I'm one of your wives, Sina.
And I'm Nicole.
Wife Wednesday podcast is a podcast that we created as a hobby, and it has now become an exciting journey for self-discovery. ... But really, we're just two women who talk about anything and everything. So come hang out with us. Grab your fries, it's ketchup time.
Okay, so I had a busy week-ish. It wasn't like too terribly to where I was freaking out. But it started with the T-ball meet and greet, which was great. Found out that Titus is on a team with a set of brothers and then a triple set of brothers where it's an older brother, a set of twins, and the mom is expecting twins like this week is her induction date. And it's a boy and a girl. I'm like, I
don't
pray
you have
for
enough?
I pray for you, madam.
We're supposed to be decreasing surface population,
right?
not the other way around.
I got my hair did.
And it's fabulous.
And it was needed. She's like, your bangs are literally at the bottom of your eyelashes. I'm like, I know. But just being at this salon again and in the chair, I'm like, this is my place. And then Titus got his haircut.
He's so cute.
Oh my gosh. He is a handsome
a little
man.
sir.
Yeah, and he looks taller with the haircut.
Agreed.
Like he looks like he's a child now too.
Versus a toddler.
Yes.
Yeah. The long curls make him look younger.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been preparing things for a surprise thing, so that's been my life.
What surprise
you know the
thing?
surprise thing. I sent it to you last night. In a picture on Snapchat. And you said, "Aww."
Yes. I'm like, you send me a lot of stuff, Nicole.
I know. I got my D&D dice box.
It's gorgeous.
I love it. I got it on Etsy, and it's just perfection. All right. A couple weeks ago, I talked about the mice situation in the kitchen. Okay. So we got one. We got this mousetrap, and it like zaps them. Sorry, PETA, come after me. Don't care. So we got one, and Josh is like, all right, you think that's it? I'm like, well, let's leave it out for another week just in case. Days go by, nothing. And then on Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, Josh is making me coffee. And he goes, what the heck? There is one in there. A tail is sticking out. It was so fat, it was stuck in there.
Oh my
God.
God.
Fully in there. So like it got in there and got half zapped / just stuck in there.
Oh my God.
Dude. And then I'm on the pot going potty and he tries to bring it in to show me. I'm like, I am already nauseous thinking about there being a rodent in my kitchen. So please don't bring it into my bathroom. I will vomit. Just the thought of rodents make me want to vomit. So
it's the worm tails.
Oh, it's everything.
However, we used to have mice growing up, and I thought they were so cute.
Absolutely not.
They would just like,
no, I don't. I don't do rodents. I've been being able to focus at work in general because I've been listening to books and watching shows at home instead of during my work hours.
Not that you ever did that.
Not that I ever have done that ever in my life.
Ever.
But I've been reading the Twilight books with my friend Brittany, and a lot has come to fruition in her brain. A lot of mistakes were made for her on her part. But I've also had no appetite. Like there are times when I just don't eat lunch. I just have a beverage.
Same. Yeah. You used to yell at me about that.
Yeah, but I eat normally. Shots fired.
I eat all night long.
Yeah,
okay?
I know. Ma'am. Good things have just been happening to me, and I'm just gonna accept them for now.
Because you deserve them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, you ready to hear about my neighbor tea?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been dying.
Girl, okay, so it was the night that you were there.
Friday night, yeah.
Yeah, and it was after you left and we put the boys to bed. These neighbors, they're like new, like they moved in like the end of summer last year, okay? So, if you're looking out my big window, there's the road and the brick house.
Yes.
Old lady. So, it's a house next to her.
Okay, so it's 2 up from you.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're like setting off these fireworks. And they're like loud. I'm like, that's obnoxious, whatever. Then Josh wakes up, he leaves, goes to work. Or gets home. I shouldn't say gets up. He came home from his game. Chilled, left, went to work. And it was just about almost 10 o'clock. It was a quarter till. And I hear yelling outside. And normally it's just people walking by, like kids, whatever, fucking around. No, it were these people who were having this fire/firework night. This is not much of a tea as it is acidity in a way, because apparently this kid was storming off trying to leave, and he was threatening to kill himself for something. I don't know. I
Jeez.
don't know the background because I only heard that part. And like,
I would
he was
longer
at-
if
it
I had
was
known it was
this-
gonna happen.
I know this kid was at his girlfriend's house. They're like high school or something, I think, or college. I have really no idea. And the mom's like trying to prevent him from leaving. Like, he's parked on the street, so she's at his side door, like preventing him from leaving, like pulling out and leaving.
Yeah.
And the daughter's out there screaming, "Let him leave! Let him leave! It's not helping, Mom. Let him leave!" And she's like, "I'm so sorry." Like, she went up to his window and was like apologizing to him. And he's like, "Just let me leave." He literally pushed her out into the middle of the street, like the mom, and was like, "Get out of my way and let me leave." And she would not let him leave because he was threatening to kill himself. So
Yeah.
obviously she was worried about him. There was this other man there. I don't know if it was the father, or what, but he was just kind of staying back or whatever. And then all of a sudden he tries to pull up into the yards and try and leave that way to go around that way.
Good Lord.
And then finally the mom or whatever moved out of the way and was like, "He's trying to kill himself. He has threatened to kill himself. Like, why wouldn't I be trying to stop him?" Like, there was a lot of yelling afterwards. Then this one dude gets into his car and he just sits there and then leaves after a while. And I'm like, "I don't know who you are."
Did the police show up?
No.
What?
No.
That surprises me.
Right? I thought so too.
No one called the cops.
No, and obviously I'm not, because I'm not stopping the tea that I'm visually. I was literally had my door.
I don't
peeked
think
open
that's
and
a
had
lawful
perfect-
good
Oh,
alignment.
no, it's not.
but
That's why I'm
that's-
chaotic, neutral. I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
I definitely had my door cracked, and I had perfect line of sight. I turned off my living room light so they didn't see me. This dude came walking from the opposite way and turned to walk by my house, and he just stopped and stared and shook his head and walked. But then last night they were doing fireworks and having a fire again. I'm like, you all had this situation last night and this dude isn't back. Like, what is happening? I would love to know if he's okay. Because later on I heard sirens and I'm like, great. I am just.
You haven't been listening to Police Scanner?
No.
I don't know who
I
you
tried
are
to
anymore.
stop doing that.
Was it making you anxious?
Yeah. That's my tea.
So, my tea, more of my ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't have tea. It's
That's
just
okay.
ketchup.
I had just a tiny bit of tea.
So my friend that I mentioned last week that has stage 4
Yes.
cancer, I went to see her, and the thing I have to say is she is being
Sorry.
so incredibly optimistic.
Yeah.
She has a whole notebook full. She's written down everything all the doctors are telling her. She knows exactly, like, she's recording down medication side effects. Like, she is so organized. and like being clinical about it.
Mhm.
I can't say she's being robotic about it because we cried together.
Yes.
But she was just, there's really like high hopes for her, even with her having stage 4,
Yeah.
because she's young, and other than that, hasn't had any health problems. And so they've been able to hit this hard and fast. And she actually went home yesterday, and so she's back with her children. And there's like a lot of things, like a physical therapist
Yeah.
checking on her and things like that. But there's a lot of high hope for her, and that literally makes my heart sore.
Yeah.
Because I had a problem when I went, just for a moment. I ended up texting Daddy. Well, I sent him a Snapchat because it was the same hospital that I went and saw Steven in.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sat there in that parking lot for a moment, and I'm like,
What hospital was it?
Altman Canton.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's a specialist area.
Yes.
And it's same floor and everything.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of surreal. I'm like, I told Dustin, I was just like, it put me in a weird emotional place. I'm back there again for the same reason, but a different person now.
Yeah.
Another person who is young. And it was a very sobering moment, if that makes sense. But really, I guess, like, just what I wanted to say was that, like, there is high hopes for her. Any thoughts, prayers, whatever people want, good juju, however you're feeling, keep sending it. She still needs it. She's still in a battle. But she's responding really well to treatment. So today I am starting our D&D campaign.
Yes, Queen.
And I'm very excited about it. I have put so much work into this, and I still don't know what I'm doing. So everyone's going to have to bear along with each other. But I'm also terrified. I'm terrified of it not being fun for everyone.
Okay.
You know me. I'm a doomsdayer.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of not being able to get you or Andrew actually, like, into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of what I'm nervous about. But I think in a small group, which
I've also been nervous about it because I'm like, well, for one, like, I'm a barbarian, but I don't want to, like, I'm nervous about the role playing aspect of it. You know what I mean? I can do it. I just have to get into it to do it.
And we all have to get into it because, first of all, this is new characters for everybody.
Yeah.
And for me, like, being able to, like, really lead something where it's not my wife Wednesday saves Christmas thing.
Yeah.
That was okay, Santa's missing, we're going to go rescue him, yay.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty cookie cutter, if you catch my pun
Yes.
there, you know?
Yes.
But this one, it's like everything's like off of my imagination. And I swear I keep changing a million things at a time. So it's like while you guys are taking notes, I'm taking notes. There's an invisible D&D chat on our Discord. And I have pages of notes just saved in there that no one but me can see.
Nice.
So it's like I'm trying to keep it all organized.
Yeah.
So yesterday, and I probably shouldn't even talk about this, but yesterday one of my favorite customers came in, and he brought his very nice, very expensive collector's sports car out.
Yeah.
And he's the one, I don't remember if I told you, he brought his motorcycle in the other day and was like, Daddy's here.
Yes.
So that was him.
Yes.
And so he came in, and I went outside to look at this.
Don't worry,
thing.
Dustin. She's not cheating on you.
I'm not
I
cheating
promise.
on you. He's in his 60s. But, he's like, hey, stand right there. Like, stand right there. The exhaust comes out the side. So I stood there, and then he revved it.
Yeah.
I jumped straight up in the air. And then he's like, open the car door. And I opened it. And he's like, feel, this is where the exhaust is.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, you got to take me for a ride sometime.
Yeah.
And just as I said that, Barb yells out over the speakers. She's like, you can't take Cena. We close in 20 minutes. You can't take Cena. And so, I went back to